Okay, so we are back. We are here for our defensive organization, and basically, what's going to happen here is we have our two center backs, opposition center backs. They're going to be here pretty expensive again, and we're just going to hold like this. Basically, if our number 10 drops in a little bit more, we pretty much have a 4-5-1. But we're not going to do that. We're going to put our 3 there for a reason. I'm just going to be a little bit more advanced. Obviously, our 2 CDMs are going to be offering a little bit more protection for our center backs. I like to call this technique the iron blanket, where you have your 2 CDMs protecting your 2 center backs. Now, okay, so we have our 2 center backs, opposition center backs on the ball, right? So we're going to have basically our number 10 screening these two. If the ball goes to number 8, the number 10 presses, not number 6. I can't stress it enough. Number 6 does not press unless number 10 gets taken out of the game. Then we're left with the decision whether we have to go and kind of get pretty narrow. Oopsies, sorry about that. Get pretty narrow like that, and then we do something like this. Something like that. If they make their way past our number 10. So that's basically what we do. But those are obviously down to individual errors, and on the match day we can't really prevent that too much. And that's when it just comes to quality. What they can change is our formation and our tactics, and what we do to counter theirs, and what they do. So here's what we have. We have our 2 opposition midfielders, and we have number 8 and number 10. Like I said, those guys are going to be screened. Screened by number 10. We'll be going in between. So whichever side is on, say number 23, number 10 will be focusing on 8. When it goes to 4, we shift, something like that. And then number 7 goes to 8. So we do that again. Shift. And then we go like that. Okay? Is that good? Happy with that? Perfect. So, the only danger we can really face here is 2 things. Either technical ability, whether the side is more technically able than us and they're more talented, then obviously that makes it more difficult and they will be able to work chances. But like I said a few seconds ago, what they can change is our preparation and our tactics, and how our tactics affect their style of playing. So, here we are. There's center back on the ball, and he's gonna play it out here. Now, either our number 9 is gonna press, and usually that is, but generally this is where the danger goes. When it comes out to the fullback's gonna look immediately there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply a bit of pressure here. All right. And then principles of defending, if you don't know them. Nearest man comes, and then we're going to hold. Like that. See that? Something like this. And then tight there. Whoops. Tight there. And then just like that. That's what we're achieving. And then we have our number 9, either if we're playing negatively at something like this, forcing them to play back here, and then we're in that same kind of situation. Or we do that, oopsies, sorry about that one. Or we try and force them to try and go into the middle, or in this scenario, he'll go all the way back and dribble here, we'll follow him. And then he goes back to goalkeeper, and then, all that. And that looks something like this. But we're not going to talk about that because talking about defensive organization, when they be in the press. All right. So put their center backs back up again. So that is kind of that shape we're looking for, that kind of hook, when they get it up to their fullback. Okay. So that's that shape we're looking for, and then obviously we shift when they try and play those passes. So this is kind of the shape we should be adopting. Let's just get it back into the normal shape. Into that number 10, screening, and then obviously we can't forget. When it's here, go here like that, and pressure, force them to go like that. Now we just do like that. That's perfect. Now, in a scenario where they choose to play their number 6, we're going to slightly shift back because now it's back centrally. Screening number 10. We are going to have this situation where this is how Sarri was relatively successful at Chelsea. And this is what happened. This is how teams failed against Sarri. Where this happened. So center back's on the ball. Plays it here. 9 rushes. Here, 9 rushes. We go here. And we play back here. Maybe we'll play back. Back to number 6. And this time maybe he'll turn. Play number 8. And then maybe he'll find the wings. And then they've broken us. Maybe it's overlap run. And then we're broken. They be in our trap, get a successful cross in, and they get their successful attack. That's not what we want. So, the only reason Sarri was not successful and he was sacked after just 1 year is for this very reason. English teams were able to adapt quite quickly to what Sarri was trying to do with Chelsea. Alright. So what you may be noticing is the number 9 for their team. We're just going to allow him to play in this little box. That box is covered by number 10. He's preventing that pass as well. So it's just his job to screen number 8 and 10. But when the ball is central, to prevent that central pass to the number 9, the focal point, we will be using number 10 to block that pass. But if that pass does go through, let's just say, number 6 has the ball and he gets it there. We'll just apply immediate pressure like that, and he's trapped, and he loses the ball. So that's basically what we do when the number 9 gets the ball. Okay, so what we don't want to do is do exactly what I demonstrated when we apply unnecessary pressure on the ball when the deep line midfielder comes in, passes the ball out, distributes it to the other center back. What we don't want to do is apply unnecessary pressure where they can basically just play through us very simply in the ways I just showed you. So that's what we don't want to do. So if it goes to this number 6, he drops in. Obviously, if it goes to number 6, these guys will probably drop in a little bit more. And fullbacks probably support more. We're just going to let them play like that, okay? We're not going to overcommit like that. That creates too much space. So much of that. So what we're not going to do is press like that. We're just going to hold. We're just going to hold. And they can play as long as they want. But we know they're not scoring. And then when they make that move, obviously we're screening the pass. And eventually we can just overtake that number 6 and just push onto them a little bit more. Like this. If they're really taking their time, really playing very boring football, just continuously doing this, obviously they'll want to eventually drive at us. But if they're really just taking their time like this, etc., if they're really taking their time, what we do is we do this. We just push onto them. Our number 10 now goes into number 6. Number 9 goes in press. Number 11 comes in here onto number 4. our deep lying midfielders come onto their regular midfielders. We push up a little bit more, like that, playing the offside trap on their number 9, forcing him to also come out, and them to come like this. Also, there's obviously the chance where they try and play that ball. That's a very, very hard ball to play, especially when you're under pressure. But it's not impossible. But very, very hard. So it's all about the science of defending is just all about minimizing the chances that they're getting. Minimize the likelihood that they can put the ball in the frame, between the posts, into the net. That's basically what the goal is. Then, because we're pushing up onto the number 7, we can go press now. His shackles are off. Number 3 can just stay here because we don't want him to overcommit, and then we're obviously going to support like that and create this defensive square. Just going to push up a little bit more again. It's just something like this, okay? Nothing too complex. So that's what's going to happen. We're just going to press them a little bit more. Obviously, when we're a bit deeper, as I demonstrated beforehand, and they're really trying to go at us, we just use those same principles of play. When the ball comes out to them on that wing area. So when the winger has it, or fullback, we just create that same old hook. And this hook is very, very effective. So there you go. And there is the number 9. Trying to play here, or if we're playing negatively, like I said, like that. So that is the defensive shape the 4-2-3-1 takes up. And for these many reasons, as I've shown you in attack, transition, the defensive areas, and playing out from the back, pressure-wise, this is why the 4-2-3-1 is such an effective formation, and why it's actually my favorite formation in football. So, yeah, there you go. That's the end of my tactics session.